Moxley and the Nemeth match and the Hollywood Hunk. And, this was a good way to start the show. I mean, how could you not get things fired up with Justin Roberts announcing Jon Moxley? I mean, his entrance announcing it's so fun and it's so great.
Oh, it's great.
But, I really liked how the announce team did a good job. First off, I liked how Nemeth kind of got a little quick 10, 15-second promo. They're establishing more. I mean, he's been in the ring with so many great guys already. I mean, Moxley now and then Pac. And I mean, he's falling short, but he's showing that he can hang. And they're clearly see something in him. He was on Impact with the rest of the squad, the rest of the AEW squad last night with that little promo. He's had parts on Road 2. He's had different, and then this and sharing the ring, he had a win over Marco Stunt on Dark. But I liked it, and so the announcers were building this match with a little bit of backstory and kind of more meaning behind it, which was nice. But, Mox, ultimately just put a whooping on him as he should and lights out for Nemeth.
Yeah, it was a good match, though. I think that you're right. Nemeth can really hold his own in the ring, and he's showing that with a lot of different opponents. He's showing that he can kind of hang with anybody, which is, he's going to be a guy that's going to surprise people down the line. I feel like he's really showing some stuff early in his AEW tenure, because we have to remember he just debuted a few weeks ago, and he's showing a lot.
He's very fresh with AEW.
Yeah, definitely.
What did you think about after the match? How Moxley cut the promo. The promo almost was as long as the match itself, which was, I mean, it had me hooked and it had my attention the whole time, as Moxley always does. So, what do you think of his promo?
Man, Moxley can, like you said, he holds your attention every time he has the microphone. You could have a 2-hour show of him just cutting a promo, and I feel like it'd be entertaining. He maybe not for everybody, but I think it's awesome. He just he goes out there, and everything he says is very, very real, and you can just tell that he cares about the business. And he showed that tonight. He said that wrestling is his addiction, and that was such a powerful moment, because you can just tell that he means it. You don't become a wrestler and go through the things he's gone through in his career if you don't love doing it. And the fact that he's going to have this main event with Kenny Omega, where they're both going to put their bodies through hell. You have to love the business. And I think that this match is the match that he's going to have is going to show, man, that this guy gives it his all every time. And he's the guy. And that's why he's the guy in AEW, frankly.
He is. And he hasn't missed a beat essentially since dropping the title. And it's fun to have him back. Still in the main event hunt, as he should. He's a main event guy and always will be a main event guy. But overall, for the match, I'm going to grade this as a match plus a segment. Yeah. I'm going to give it an elite for that aspect. The match still had all my attention the whole time, as always. And, Nemeth, like you said, I think they have something in him. I think that they're going to have some a nice heel on their hands that can really create some good heat for a nice baby face. Yep. And Moxley really just that passionate, heartfelt promo about, and then how he just kind of is hyping up the pay-per-view, hyping up the match. He's like, what do you hear, or what comes to your mind when you hear exploding barbed wire death match? And essentially it's like all or nothing for him. So I'm giving it an elite for the match plus segment, which I don't usually rate that way. I'm usually rating the matches, but I want to combine this one together. So what about you? Elite or delete for this match and segment?
It was an elite for me as well. I think that I would grade it as one whole segment. Because it was really tied together. This was a tied together thing. The promo and the match were kind of a hype for the pay-per-view. In my opinion, you got to see what the destruction that Moxley can do, even without the barbed wire and the explosions and the death match. And then you got to see him talk about it. And it was just a really entertaining opener to the show, just in general, because that was the whole opener. And it was entertaining the entire time, and it earned an elite on both ends.